He pulled the trigger on the rocket launcher, blasting the liquid metal robot TX 100 meters away. Seeing this, Kate finally stopped hesitating and immediately climbed into the car. We sped away from the cemetery. However, TX's recovery was far faster than expected. It rose from the rubble of the gravestones, restored its deformed electromagnetic arm to its original state, and immediately gave chase. Below the cemetery lay a winding mountain road. TX took a shortcut and quickly caught up to us. It transformed its arm into a cutting tool and began slicing directly into the roof of the car. I immediately jerked the steering wheel, causing the car to sway violently from side to side in an attempt to shake TX off the roof, but it was as if it were welded in place. No matter how hard I swerved, it didn't budge an inch, and even managed to tear open a gash. While I was distracted, John grabbed his gun and fired at it. Just then, I noticed a large container truck approaching head-on. The moment had come. I ordered everyone to duck down, then slammed on the brakes and drove the car straight under the truck. The roof was sheared off, turning the car into a convertible, but the TX was flung off in that instant. The TX wasn't seriously injured. Only its primary weapon, the electromagnetic cannon on its right arm, was destroyed in the collision and rendered inoperable. I observed it switch to its backup secondary weapon, a flamethrower, tested its effectiveness, then slowly retracted the weapon and continued tracking the target's coordinates. Meanwhile, I led John and Kate to an unoccupied campsite on the outskirts of town to rest and restock our supplies. It was here that I informed John of an inescapable fact. Judgment Day would arrive in 3 hours. By then, Skynet will detonate most of the nuclear warheads on Earth, and nuclear war will be inevitable. I have only one mission directive at this moment: to immediately escort you both to the shelter in Mexico and ensure your survival. Upon hearing the word Skynet, Kate's expression changed abruptly. She told me that her father was the head of the Skynet system. She believed that if we rushed to the base to find him now, we might still be able to stop Skynet's creation in time. My assessment was clear. Skynet's activation cannot be prevented. The only thing I can do is ensure your survival, so that you may one day become leaders of the resistance. Upon hearing this, John pointed the gun at himself, using his life as leverage.
You cannot self-terminate.
No, you can't. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm a human being. I'm not some goddamn robot.
Cybernetic organism.
Whatever. Either we go to her father, we get him to shut Skynet down, stop this shit from ever happening, or so much for the great John Connor. Because your future, my destiny, I don't want any part of it. I never did.
For he cared nothing for the future or fate. I conducted a real-time analysis of his body temperature and motor functions, determining that the probability of him actually pulling the trigger was 17%. The threat was deemed invalid. However, Kate then spoke up, pleading with me, hoping I could find a way to prevent this tragedy. I agreed immediately. Both of them were confused. John even questioned, shouldn't he be the leader of the resistance? Why did Kate's words carry more weight with me? I explained the reason to them in the car. I was originally a robot sent by Skynet specifically to assassinate John, but I was later captured by the resistance, and Kate personally rewrote my core program before sending me back in time to carry out a protection mission. Therefore, I must obey Kate's orders. This is the fundamental logic hardwired into my system. Only then did the two of them fully understand everything. Meanwhile, TX had already beaten them to the Skynet base. Using a nano injector, he implanted a virus into the robots inside the facility,